Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just I'm playing Octopath, not Octopath. Ah, I hate it that I'm playing two games at the same time. Or I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did, we finished like one little direction I guess we could go to. In the Heavensward storyline. I also noticed off camera that I apparently just totally glossed over the first, the Heavensward beginning job quest of Astrology. And I was wondering, didn't I, I'm not gonna lie, I had a moment where I was thinking, did I do that? And I was like, yeah, I probably did that. I wouldn't skip this, right? No, I skipped it. So now we're gonna do that first, and then we're gonna go back to the MSQ. Now that Forlamont has so graciously agreed to discontinue his meddling in our affairs, I believe we may find our peers and colleagues more receptive to our proposals. Perhaps I shall begin with another trip to the Vault to inquire about them reconsidering my petition to grant Lady Leviva the opportunity to speak with the Conclave. We all have our strengths, Janikinar, and none will deny yours is convincing seemingly sane people to do your bidding. Lynn here is a testament to that. I look forward to hearing of your progress. As for myself, there are still some questions I need answered. The first being, how exactly did Forlamont come into contact with the Sharlayan assassins? Quimperain, attend me. I wish to visit Foundation and learn if there have been any sightings of suspicious foreigners. Might I suggest that Lynn do the same here at the Observatorium? Perhaps a second call on our new ally will help mine uncle recall aught he may have pretermitted in the heat of the previous moment. You will hear that a lot. Seven hells, I rue the day I see another Sharlayan. Please, I've done all you asked. What more do you want from me, blood? Or are you simply here to boast? Or mayhap you wish to know how the Sharlayans came to be involved in my scheme? Ha! I thought as much. If it is so important, why didn't you why didn't your Lady Leviva ask me earlier? Her head is so far in the stars, she fails to see what unfolds around her underground. The truth is, it was never my scheme in the first place. It was the Sharlayans. They came to me not long after Professor Mace's ship was diverted to Thanalan. Yes, I said diverted. The pirates in the Strait of Melthor, the magically manipulated storms at Rotano, all were staged to prevent your friends from ever arriving. But when they did, the Sharlayans were forced to change their plans. They required help, hiring local hands discreetly, something they could not do as foreigners. I agreed to lend them my aid because I felt we both stood to benefit from the disappearance of Janikinard and that foul chit. The Chief Astrologian. There is rarely a day when he isn't meeting with visitors from across the realm and beyond. Why, this past moon, he has been entertaining guests with very distinct makings on their faces. I asked Lord Forlamont whence they hailed, and he only answered the north. Right, back to Ishgard. On my Earth horse. Although my horse isn't alive in the city, Sag. But also very understandable. The Sharlayans came to rescue him. That can only mean that my uncle was only a pawn in a much larger game. A game that began long before we ever became involved. Think back, Lynn. The bandits in the Black Shroud and those pirates you described that attacked you in Lim Zalaminza, they all had strange facial markings, as did our false astrologian. It is not much, but perhaps Lady Leviva will be able to make more sense out of it all. Despite the time we have spent together, I have this feeling she has yet to be completely honest with us. But look at me. A beloved relative tries to have me killed, and the next day I begin doubting everyone. What a sad, sad state of affairs. Perhaps to clear my head I should call on that fine young Viscountess visiting House Helenar from her family's stead in the Eastern Highlands. This information on Voldemort's associates should be relayed to Lady Leviva immediately. Would you be so kind? I seem to recall them saying they'd be questioning Highborns in the... Highborns? Highborn, or just Highborn, yeah. In the pillars. Well, lady, were you able to learn anything of import at the observatorium? Lord Forlamort was not the one who hired the Shardians. Little Aviva will want to know. Little Aviva, she was right here. We must find her. I would not think any harm would come to her here in the center of the Holy See, but then again, that is what we believed back at Camp Dragonhead. I shall search the Hoplon. Might I ask you to search in the opposite direction near the last vigil? Okay. Run! Run! I'm sorry, I think you have mistaken me for someone else. Sus. Then, when you were speaking with Crimperain, someone approached me from behind and placed a dagger at my back. I had no choice but to be led silently away. Luckily, my assailant let down his guard when we arrived in the shadows, and I was able to deliver him a swift kick to the groin. I've been running ever since. So, Forlamort wasn't the architect of this scheme to drag me back to Shardian after all. I had my suspicions. I was a fool to believe they would simply let me leave. Do you recall when I mentioned there were people in the old world intent on hoarding our nation's knowledge? Well, it appears that my efforts to train you and Jenna Kennard have attracted their ire. Lynn, allow me to apologize. I've not been wholly frank with you about my reasons for visiting Eorzea. The truth is, I came here because of my father. My father dreamed of rekindling the Holy See's interest in Shardian astrology, believing that it would be of great benefit to the embattled people of Ishgard. He came here several moons after I was born, intending to remain for only a season. However, he never made the return journey. His dream was left unrealized, and his newborn daughter left without a father. Never once did I meet him, but every night when I look at the stars, I know that those are the same stars he too gazed upon, the same skies he used as his strength and guide. It was only natural that I follow in his footsteps, in spite of the objections from my mother, who did not wish to see her only daughter lost as well. And here I am in Eorzea, almost 2 decades later, pursuing a dream my father never lived to realize. A dream that has become my own. Whoopsie, sorry. I was having... whatever. And now someone is trying to stop me. Well, let them try, I say. Just let them try. Lady Laviva, a maiden of your beauty should not wander off without an escort. Monsters hide even in the shadows of the pillars. Maiden, flattery will earn you nothing, Jenna Kennard, but I will accept it nonetheless. Tell me, what did the vault say to our proposal? They accepted it. We have been given official permission by the Holy See to conduct a symposium on the wonders of Shardian astrology, with you as our guest speaker. Now come, we must hurry back to the Athenaeum and begin preparations. Ugh, more than 50 summers to make ready for this moment, and now I only have a matter of days. Right. Then, this has been a most beguiling past few moons, I must say. I truly did not expect the turns my fate has taken. I suppose that speaks much to my capacity as a reader of the heavens. I am not blind to what goes on in Foundation, so I will not claim that my life is in any way difficult, but that does not mean I do not have my share of troubles. However trivial they may be. Being anything but first in line to a countship is not all whores and rainbows. The count only truly cares about his newly appointed heir, just like the rest of my family. They expect great things from him. From me, they expect nothing. For a long time, I tried to prove that I could be as great as my cousins. Or as my cousin. It is why I went to Shardian. It is why I have tried to do things I had no business even trying. Then, once I realized no one was looking, I simply stopped caring. My actions becoming more and more outlandish, because at the end of the day, that is what everyone expected. But then you two walked through that door and helped me realize that maybe life is more than the coffin that has been fitted for me. Maybe the fate I believed was mine was not mine at all. And for helping me see that, Lynn, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Well, there we go. Alright, back to the main quest, which is with your boy... the other man. Is his name Folamont? I don't know. Anyway, time to just go and begin the next question. Bam, bam, bam. Artworel. Yeah, there we go. Artworel. Artworel. Let us begin anew, Mr. Sadair. I am Sir Artworel de Forton, eldest son of Count Edmond de Forton. You will forgive me my outbursts, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Horsfond has spoken of you often. If you are even half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then, we will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of House Durandare and the Mail. You're aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye, well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses did not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture. But we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables in Foundation. It's just like that's constantly going on. The Heavensward theme just keeps repeating. No matter where you go, you will hear Heavensward theme. Just like in all different types of renditions. Alright. Greetings, Mr. Sadair. I have saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands, as per Lord Artworel's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat. As I dare say you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high too, even over Snowcloak. You didn't worry about directing the boat, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, and be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Welcome to the Curses of Western Highlands.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest, once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, she came.
I keep having a stupid grin on my face when he says she came. I hate myself. Please don't help. Right. So the world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business, Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. Whee. It has been far, far too long, Lord Artworel. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Linda Dare, ward of House Fortont. Ah, yes, of course, Lord Drelmont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Mrs. Adair is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then, with your permission, I shall recount a tale for her benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers. And then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics. May the Ice Hunter kind have walked these lines with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but, as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer them will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of Heartsford Towns are at your disposal, Sir Redwall. You need but tell us where to begin. Nod. Me and my gambler jacket. Right. Several craftsmen in service of House of Mail are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but the progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, their foreman, tells me he has need of a woman with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? Let me also go and get the chocobo keeps over here, because this place sucks. I will be able to show you in a little bit. Yes, I'm Roth, and who might you be? Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I've the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Send me over on one of them black birds, same as you, to build and mend, mend, and tell others how to build and mend. But fury take me this ice. It's about to get natural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you. Mark my words, there are pockets of them here and there just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to them. Or an end to it. If you stand much long enough, you're sure to find them. Right. Sprite hunting. The hunt is on. Okay, these sprites are beefy. Maybe I should give myself a buff. And actually try. Now, Theologian is not particularly known for its massive damage output. There we go. Okay, this is gonna be annoying, isn't it? I feel like this will be more than slightly annoying. Oh well. I chose to do this as a theologian. There we go. One more. Jesus, 3. Alright then. So be it. It actually worked out perfectly. My Euro like ran out the perfect moment. That's nice. There we go. And I leveled up from that. Yay! Now my question is, can I finish this quest as a machinist then? Oh yes I can. Nice. So I did all the work as astrologian and I'm gonna finish it by, like, as machinist. Nice. Now there's a woman what looks like she found her marks. You're just the sort we need around here. The kind that'll hop to when she sees a task undone, or like a task done. I wanna check some stuff, because like this stuff is not particularly my cup of tea. And that one I already know, and this I do not appreciate. And this is the rainbow stuff, which looks bad. Yeah. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. Not that I have any skill at arms to speak of, mind, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you to myself when there are others out there what need help, same as me. So, if you're keen to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the Pike, the bloody huge statue out in the waste if you've never been. Mason by the name of Tyramont is out there attending to the thing. Good man, Tyramont, but I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Right. So, one thing that's really annoying about this place is there's only one aetheryte all the way in the bottom of the map. Which will result in a lot of walking. And no, you cannot fly yet. You will be able to fly eventually, but not yet. So, have fun walking. Although I do love this place aesthetically, so... Although the lighting is not the best right now. But it will become, like, I don't know, it's just like... It's cloudy. It does still, in my opinion, help with the atmosphere, though. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, Jermont. Hail to you, traveler. What brings you out this way? Foreman Roth bid you assist me. Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I have just a thing for it. Rather, those deep eyes have. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I'd be in your debt. Let's go and shoot the little buggers. Optical intrusion. Look at these little buggers. Their giant eyes. The perfect Zelda anime. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. There you are. Have you the bristles? Thick, deep grey bristles sheared from a wild beast. Ah! Feel how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from this statue. Beautiful, isn't it? A spitting image of Haldroth, first of the Jurdragoons, and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol of everything the Ravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragonfire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this desecration of our nation's hero. Soon the statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and the conditions harsh, but as a Pride Guardian, I could ask for no greater honor. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sir Isidore, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. And wrote while you were away, she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, friend. Right, off we go. on our magical horse. Is this person? Yeah, it's over there. I recognize that place. What's that? A package? I haven't the fog, is what you're talking about. A once hot package unintentionally left by Isidore to cool on the frigid highland winds. Confound it, that fool of a... what a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. Chermont labors day and night without regards of his own well-being. At the very least he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A highborn knight cannot be seen favouring a lowborn mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist, Germont. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwand. Right, back to the nest. These Guardian speech. I must applaud your initiative, Mr. Stair. Roth tells me you have been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I would commit all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Artworrell included. Calm as ever, even when you must surely sense the gravity of the situation, a veteran through and through, just as Lord Drillmont said. Good. We have lost contact with the reconnaissance party sent north to Riversmeet in search of the heretics' hideaway. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not. But regardless of the cause, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim, and has claimed, the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Lord Artworrell will be working together. Seek him out when you are ready to depart, and good luck. Oh, he's right here. Seems we have been assigned to the area near Camp Riversmeet, Mr. Adair. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of many our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the cursed Western Highlands. One of many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. 'Twould not surprise me if our knights took shelter here. There is but one way to find out, though. Let us be off. And now we get to go all the way back over there. Because why not? Enjoy the atmosphere, my friends, as we make our way back over there. Just hear the yelling of people fighting dogs. Spike butt. What? Although the sound of my Magitech claw probably doesn't help. Also, you can see a dragon over here. And it gives like the remains of a dragon. There, below us, Camp Riversmeet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliffs from here. Should we fall, the beast below would make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the riverbed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. If the reconnaissance party came this way, I see no sign of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or if they took an alternate route to Camp's Rivermead, or Camp Riversmead. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. Pooh. Horse wheeze. I think at some point I'm probably gonna like start lagging behind on the amount of XP I'm gonna get, which will be a little bit unfortunate. TBH. Gaunt figure. Let none escape. Are you alright? I heard sounds of a struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved. Just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Mr. Sadair. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Not with white all around. Until we saw shapes moving towards us. Running towards us with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others were shouting and screaming. After a while, I could only hear unfamiliar voices. Found my way back to the camp, hoping to hide while a storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. Aye, my lord. The heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly, before the snow buries all traces of our passing. For my brothers, we must. Have faith, sir. Justice will be done, but first we must see you to safety. He has the right of it, Mr. Sadair. Whatever remains of the Heretics' trail will be gone with the next snowfall, but we cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would see you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the Heretics' trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith, being sure to leave me some clear footprints. I realize that this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured, we will not be far behind. And Lynn, thank you. Off we go. The track continues to the north. Continue to the north. Even more to the north. Stay away from me. You fool. Why are you running? Well, probably because I have a gun. I shot him with it already. You know what I do? Like, very vividly remember doing? So, like, I think I just shot this heretic until he died. I remember being a machinist. So I shot this heretic and I didn't follow him. Which resulted in me just being boned and, like, having to forcibly, like, find my way over to this place. I had no idea where I needed to go, so... That was quite the experience. Let me say it like that. You're definitely not being followed. Defeat the heretics. You let them right here, you fool! A fool he is. That much is certain. Quite a foolish fool. See ya. Yoink.
Looking for me, I presume.
Ah, the child who glimpsed the truth.
No, it cannot be.
She cameth unto me, as didst thou. Alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things, once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall. And while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people. To bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
I should probably read those, huh?
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Should I say more cutscene? I knew it. Mrs. Adair, praise alone you were alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we are too late. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. It's a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let that detract from your accomplishments. We have them on the run. You have dealt our foes a telling blow this eve, my friend. And I shall see that your efforts are recognized. Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy, tenacious devils. Yeah. Right. The Knights of Mad is here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. Come, after tracking heretics across malms enough ice and snow, I would say you are due a few hours rest next to a warm fire. Right. I'm gonna finish up this little quest thing, because I think this is just gonna put me back in Ishgard, and then we can continue the rest of the stuff in the next episode. I love this little thing. Alright. Lord Artorel, Mrs. Adair, full glad am I to see you both hale and healthy. What news? You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury! I believe you have made great strides towards purging these lands of heretics, and I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father and the Holy See. As will I, Lord Artorel. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses during Darrenford times could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest. You most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Mrs. Adair have accomplished far more than I thought possible. Whatever. I cannot in good conscience impose it upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwald. We thank you for your hospitality. Hospitality. Back to Forton Manor. Also, I've like just figured out, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to like keep up with levels. I think at some point like my jobs are gonna lag behind with lack of XP. So I will be focusing a lot of my MSQ XP points into Machinist, because this would be the most this is the only DPS job of this expansion, and it would be a pain in the butt to grind it, like to level it up with roulettes, which would be like my backup option basically. So I will first level up Machinist and then the rest, which I just figured out would be a good idea to save me a painful long queue time in the future. Mr. Swildair, I would speak plain. From the first, I questioned your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly, those surrounding you beggar belief. But Horsfant swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened, because for all his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother. The legacy of my father's sole indiscretion. Mother hated him, of course, even on her deathbed. She refused to acknowledge him, and to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone. An onerous task, fraught with danger. And there you were. The savior of Eorzea and honored guest of Arsfortan, my new comrade in arms, Horsfant's dear friend. I told myself it had to be a test. Part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear, and you duly tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Horsfant had the right of it all along. That I doubted you, your strength bespeaks mine own weakness. But I will not doubt you again, Mrs. Adair. On that you have my word. Nice. And that, my friends, is gonna conclude this episode of Just Set, where I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. Next episode, we're gonna go and deal with just the next part in the main story. Goodbye.